What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode on my channel. As always, I'm Jane. Today, guys, I finally get done watching the 3-episode arc of the Elseworlds crossover event, which is comprising of Arrow, The Flash, and Supergirl this time. They left out Legends of Tomorrow, but I assure you there was no shortage of awesome action and witty writing. Now, guys, with this one right here, in comparison to the first one, which was The Invaders, I felt like The Invaders was definitely interesting, and they had a lot of different things, but I felt like it got too bloated for its own good, especially when you compare it to this one. The other one, it was spread across 4 different series, it had a whole bunch of stuff going on, and then also in that edition, what happened is, with regards to this one, they actually condensed it to Arrow, Flash, and Supergirl, and they ended up focusing just strictly on those 3 different shows and everything. So as the story goes, something occurs where the Monitor, who is this kind of unknown, almost cosmic type of person, ends up giving this mysterious book which basically rewrites the entirety of the universe that its reader is from and whatnot through their imagination. And as a result, the rewriting of the actual universe causes Barry and Oliver to actually switch roles. Now, here's a funny thing. They both are aware that they are respectively each Oliver Queen and Barry Allen, but everyone else around them doesn't know this. They have to enlist the help of Supergirl, who is from a totally different dimension, an Elseworld, if you will. And of course, they bring her in, and what happens is they have to stop this guy, Dr. Deegan, I think is his name, if I'm remembering correctly, from unraveling the universe, essentially. And as they do this, they also bring in the help of Tyler Hoechlin's Superman, who is now accompanied by a Margot Kidder lookalike, from what I can describe, as Lois Lane. And it's kind of funny, when they went to Smallville this time, or Supergirl's dimension, they played the Smallville theme, so I'm wondering, does that make Tyler Hoechlin's Superman the older version of Tom Welling's Clark Kent? Then they even take a turn to Gotham in one of the most pointless cameos. They have Kate Kane as Batwoman. Don't get me wrong, Batwoman looks just like the character, and I don't get the whole controversy about Ruby Rose not being gay or lesbian enough, which is silly in and of itself. I just don't care for the character much. She doesn't do anything for me. But I digress. Getting back to the main focus, the way that every show was filmed, and again, to credit the way that the shows are set up and run, the Flash episode felt like a Flash episode, the Arrow episode felt just like an Arrow episode, and the Supergirl one did feel upbeat and kind of, for the most part, like a Supergirl episode from what I remember, which is great, and they all intertwined and intermingled in a very good way, and each episode was consistent to the next as they picked up right where they left off. And I have to be honest, it was a little jarring finding out that the Flash was going to be on a Sunday night, but thank goodness for DVR, because, I mean, that's just how it goes. So overall, guys, I thought that the arc was very well done. I thought they incorporated all the characters very well. I thought that they drew on the strengths, and again, they were very meta, which was very cool and actually pretty smart in my opinion. And again, they even did a self-referential joke here and there, and including one of my favorites, which was, this is becoming an annual thing, because they every year do some type of crossover event, and actually, as kind of a hint to what's coming in the next year, they even said that the Crisis, and they alluded to this with the Monitor, saying that something even greater of a threat is coming and all this and that jazz. They even alluded to that with the Crisis on Infinite Earths, which is going to be coming as next year's crossover event. And I wonder if they're going to incorporate all of the, heroes and whatnot, as always, excluding Black Lightning, because that's its own little thing, not even connected to any of these things at all whatsoever. They had a lot of useless cameos, though. Like, I was excited to see the 90s Flash, played by John Wesley Shipp, in his old kind of looking costume, but they literally had him on the screen for like all of 5 minutes, and then they ended up making him poof and disappear, which was stupid. Then they have Martian Manhunter come in, and then they had the Brainiac from the Legion of Superheroes at the end, and just a whole bunch of stuff like that. So, I mean, cameos being what they are, I know they're supposed to be cameos, not really big and not really too long and drawn out, but I feel like the cameos definitely left something to be a little bit more desired. All I have to say, though, is when it comes to the Crisis on Infinite Earths, they better have their shit together. They better step it up, because I'm telling you, I need to see a Batman in that, because we've alluded to Batman. We've gone to Wayne Enterprises. We have Kat Kane, who is Batwoman. You need to have Batman. You need to have Batman so that Barry can say, oh my God, there he is, because that was one of the running gags that I really loved in this show. And I did like the way that they kind of did a Freaky Friday, even though it wasn't body-wise, just power-wise, because it actually did show a different dimension to the characters in a different context. And Stephen Amell and Grant Gustin did a great, awesome job playing their characters under a different type of stress or duress, as it were, and I really enjoyed seeing that. As you know, any great show really has a tough time encompassing and doing whenever they do an episode that's even remotely like this. But I think they pulled it off really, really well. Tyler Hoechlin's Superman is still pretty solid. I can't wait to see what they do with the TV show. I mean, obviously, Superman is one of those, main pantheon characters that you get, and because they're bringing him back to the small screen, I'm wondering what type of things that they're going to do, especially since I really actually am one of the only people on this earth, apparently, who loves Henry Cavill's Superman, because clearly I'm insane according to most people. But that's my general thoughts of it. Tell me, guys, what did you like about the 3-part crossover? Did you hate anything about it? Did you not care for it? Do you even still watch the CW superhero shows, and if so, which ones? Let me know down below in the comments. And guys, please do like, comment, and subscribe this video. And if you are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell button. That way you never miss a moment of my content. And guys, as always, I'm Jay, and until next time, take care. Bye.